In my opinion, there are just some things in business that if you can master, you can take over the world. And one of those things is mindset. Yeah, we agree already, huh? Okay, training's over, bye. Just kidding. That is the difference between truly everything. Because I understand that we're gonna have good days, and I understand we're gonna have bad days, and I understand all the things. I love what Luna calls it. She says, Jessie Lee is the eye in the storm. Because you guys don't see me freak out, ever, right? Like, how often have I yelled at you? I snapped at Courtney yesterday. I'm not going to lie about it, but I apologized right away. She goes, I know it wasn't personal, right? And then when the lows are low, which, trust me, I get it. There are definite lows in life. Bad things happen to good people all the time. I understand that. And some of us are still trying to get our mindsets right, and it's an ongoing battle. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So this is not to discredit anything you're currently going through or have gone through in the past, but we can't live in the lows. And we can't live in the high highs. Because if we do, it's really hard because we become reactionary to everything. When you're really low and somebody you think looks at you wrong, what do? Right? And those high highs, if you're always chasing highs, you're like this adrenaline junkie that's constantly trying to get their hit. Make sense? Like, have you ever met anybody who is a skydiving instructor? Have you ever talked to them? Who's gone skydiving? And you're like, that was amazing. I actually jumped out of an airplane in Dubai and I got on the ground and I said, I think I'm quitting. I think I'm going to do this every day. That was so fun. Oh, Jessie Lee. My point being, you're always going to be chasing that high. You're always going to be trying to do something more extreme. It's why the skydivers turn into base jumpers and fly into cliffs and crazy stuff, okay? Because they're like, I want to be a flying squirrel, right? So you can't live in the high highs, you can't live in the low lows. It's why Ed Milet always says we need to live in blissful dissatisfaction, which means celebrate what you've done. Because even if it is just, I've never done anything, I haven't even joined the team yet, I don't know what's going on, but I'm really fired up, celebrate the fact you're here, and then don't be satisfied about that. Be satisfied about getting to the next step. So I had a conversation with Erin Bees months ago, and I said to her, yeah, Erin. She said, I'm so excited about being champ, but I'm so sick of being champ. And I said, but that's the perfect mindset. Because as soon as her beautiful blue brain switched into, okay, it's great, we're champ, but pro champ's not even the goal. So if I keep going, woo, we're champ, woo, we're champ, woo, we're champ, you're living somewhere up here instead of living down here where you're constantly striving for the next thing. And Erin had this really cool leadership moment where she goes, no, it's not about pro champ. It's about, what'd you say? Legend. She said it's about legend. So all of the steps in the meantime are important for you to blissfully celebrate and have those moments and give yourself, credibility for what you did. Get yourself something nice. I loved Christina Woods and Melissa Hartman's stories last week when they hit the MVP multiplier for the third month in a row, which, by the way, I love me some leaders who lead from the front, okay? And Christina and Melissa both happened to put pretty much the exact same photo, which was like, this was actually earned by me. This one's not my team. This one was me. So I'm going to celebrate me. What should I buy with my extra $1,000? Yeah, I thought that was so cool. But make sure we're managing, quite frankly, it's just our mindset. It's very hard to lead a team if your mindset's all over the place because they don't know who to expect. Like, you don't want to be a Jekyll and Hyde leader. You know what I mean? They're like, am I going to get the nice Jessie Lee today or am I going to get my head ripped off? Which one of these is coming? Like, you never have to fear that with me. I just don't yell at people. Again, except for Courtney yesterday. It was just a quick accident. It wasn't even a yell. It was like a voice raise, right? But it made my yellow very upset at myself. So I want you to think about that. It's hard to sell when you're in a bad place. How many of you have seen a message come in from somebody and you're in a bad headspace and you read the message and you go, this person is not even gonna buy. Why am I even wasting my time? I've done it, so come on, hands up, don't lie. And how many of you, they don't buy? No one's hands probably went down. You're like, yeah, it was actually, yeah. Because what you say becomes reality. If you say, oh, I'm never gonna be a champ in this business, it's great that they all go up on stage and they win all these things, but that's never gonna be me. That is a self-fulfilling prophecy that will absolutely come true. However, on the other hand, if you're sitting there and you're like, no, I will be like Jessie Lee. I'm not gonna be Jessie Lee, I'm gonna be the best version of me, but I'm going to be like her in the sense that I'm gonna be able to put on events just like this for me and our team. And I don't know when, and I don't know how, but I know it's happening. Do you see the language difference in that? It's like a whole energy shift. And if you approach every little thing like that, everyone who goes into your inbox, hey, tell me more about your business you're doing. What is this? If you go, oh, this is the one. Oh. You might get excited and maybe not so surprised when they do join you. Has anyone ever done that? You're like, all right, I'm gonna go into this really positive. And next thing you know, they're buying from you, they're joining your team. You're like, wow, that was the easiest trial sale literally ever. There's been times that Sydney Smith and Ash Miller have been sitting in my house. Like, this is like every day, basically, but you know. They're sitting in my house and Ash goes, I'm gonna sell 4 trials today. I'm selling 4 trials today. I'm gonna sell 4 trials today. I'm selling 4 trials today. And 4 minutes later, what? I hear her doing this. I'm like, oh, is that a trial? Yeah. Just crushing it. Both of them. Ring, ring. Their phones, you guys like that magical noise our phones make when we make money, right? Ring, ring. Sydney's across the house clapping, patting herself on the back. Because their posture and their mindset's different. I need you to do a couple of things. I need you to master your self-talk. Because what you say about yourself is always true. So if you can start every morning just speaking life upon yourself, you're gonna be shocked at what you get. So maybe it's, I'm the best recruiter in the world. I'm the best salesperson in the world. I am the next champion. I am. You're gonna get what you want. If you look in the mirror and go, I'm fat, you're literally not, because fat is like, not, it's like a thing, like it's like something we all have. It's not an actual characteristic of who you are, okay? I am ugly, I am this. Like, I literally feel like I need a tongue scraper off my sink right now for even saying those words, right? I want you to look in a mirror and say, whoa, I look good, right? Ooh, yes, yes. And this is gonna sound so crazy to some of you who are like, how on earth am I supposed to say I am the top recruiter when I've never recruited anybody? Right, we're speaking things into existence. So I'm gonna tell you something that I started saying almost 9 years ago, because January is my 9 years of direct sales network marketing, and I was not a good recruiter. Yeah, woo! I was not a good recruiter, I was not a great salesperson, I was not any of these things. I read a lot of books and I started implementing a lot of stuff for sure. But I'll never forget, a leader of mine said, you need to start talking to yourself. You need to start telling yourself that you're a great recruiter because you could be. Because all of you can be. All recruiting is talking to people, building relationships, and getting them to buy into what you're doing. That's it. You've been doing it since you were born. You cried when you came out of the womb because you needed a diaper change, or you needed a bottle, or you needed something. You were selling to your mom. Give me that bottle, Mom! Okay? Give me that boob milk. Let's go. Okay? You've been selling forever. And so I used to do this every single morning, and now, I mean, he's used to it, but I talk to myself constantly. Alexander probably thinks there's ghosts in the house, all right? I'm either talking to myself or I'm talking to spirits, I don't know. But I'm always speaking life upon myself, and you can do the same thing. But this is what I used to do. I used to wake up every single day, I'd sit up and I'd go, I'm the best and the best and the best and the best. I am better than all the rest. Everyone wants to join my team. 1, 2, 3, yes. Every day. And it doesn't have to be that, right? You can say whatever speaks to you. You can put any recruiting mumbo jumbo in there. You can put any sales whatever. You can put, I'm a size this if that matters to you. You can say I'm down this many pounds if that matters to you. You can say I'm a rank this if that matters to you. You can say I've got the most beautiful marriage if that matters to you. If you're in a marriage, you probably should. Like, you can say all of these things, but those things start to become reality because you start behaving as if. So if you look at leaders in the room who truly in their heart of hearts want to be a bigger leader and perform on a bigger level and be on bigger stages, they're not walking around like pro champions. They're just not. they are not walking around the room like rank 7s. They're literally walking around the room like legends. I'm serious, right? They walk a little taller. They stop and look at every single one of you and connect with you and look in your eyes, and it freaks you out a little bit, doesn't it, Ileana? She's like, please break eye contact immediately. Look at my husband. He's sitting right next to me. Come on. Right? They behave a little different. They show up earlier. They leave late. They're a little nicer, maybe. They're a little more patient, perhaps. Because even though no one in the room is yet a legend in title, we're all legends for real. Okay? Well, I don't know. If Lisa woke up on time, she might be in the room. So, there might be a legend in our midst, right? My point being, you just act different. And so one of my favorite tips somebody gave me forever ago, I wish I could credit them properly, is you need to act like whoever the mentor is that you look up to the most is sitting on your shoulder. There's a reason we close the month here in Texas together. The champs are always invited. Because they act like maniacs when they think I'm staring at them. I could be doing nothing. And Katie Van Gorn's, like her hands are gonna fall off. She's typing so fast. I'm like, wow, what's going on over there? Okay, wow. But it's when we feel like no one's watching us, we're like, no one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. So we've got to get our mindset right with that. Be careful with the language you use anytime you're speaking about yourself and others. And it really starts with gratitude. And this should be through your whole life. Like, I'm not going to ask the question just because I don't want you to raise your hands, but some of you in here are like, my kids are so ungrateful. I see this all the time, so it's not like an uncommon thing. Anytime I talk to parents, well, I can't take my kids to dinner because they're ungrateful. Oh, no, I would never give my kid this because they're just ungrateful. Ungrateful. Do you understand gratitude starts with you? You want to shift the mindset in your team and in your family, especially your children, it has to start with you. And I know sometimes this is also in marriages, maybe you're really mad at him. I looked at Donna and I know you're not mad at Aaron because that's my man, okay? No. Right? I know sometimes we're in those situations where we're just like, who's ever been mad at their partner? And you're like, this MF. Right? You're like, or then the single people are like, no, not relatable, single, thank you, this is why. It's so hard to get in that heart space sometimes where you want to send them gratitude because you're like, I hate you right now, fool. But if you want to get things back, you have to give. So find gratitude in the little things. It will shift the entire way you run your day. My nightly routine, Alexander and I do every single night, is we sit there and we talk about gratitude, what we're grateful for that day. I could be half asleep. I'm like, I'm grateful for, I'm here, okay. I'm grateful for, and I just go down my list. And then he does the same thing back, and then boom, my mind is clear. I don't feel stressed. I'm in a space of peace and bliss, and I'm right asleep. What if you had your kids write down 3 things they're grateful for each day? What if you told instead of reacting to them really quickly and saying, whoa, what are you doing? You go, oh, okay, cool, yeah, go ahead. I'm here to support you. I'm grateful you're in my life, right? Be good. Think they might give it back a little more? Whoa, mom's not snapping at me. Whoa, you think your team members might be a little different? Because some of you are like, I really got some fixing to do right now. I've definitely been a yeller. I've been yelling at our team. I've been telling my customers they must not be eating keto. What are you doing? Maybe if we just give them gratitude. I'm so grateful you're my customer. You're amazing. If I can support you, just let me know. Do you think they might react a little differently? This is exactly, you have to give to get. You also need to control the people around you. If you want to control your mindset, you've heard it a million times before. You become exactly like the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're spending your time with 5 broke people, let me introduce you to number 6. Right? If you're spending your time with 5 millionaires, go ahead and introduce yourself to number 6. Okay? If you're spending your time with really happy people, who's going to be number 6? People with big houses, nice cars, 6 people, whatever it is you want. It's going to be 6. If you're around a bunch of people in toxic relationships, like really bad marriages, you go to lunch with them and all they do is complain about their spouse, well, who do you think is going to be number 6? It's just the law of familiarity. So check yourself. And I'm not saying kick mom out of the nest, okay? Bye, Mom, you're negative. Jessie Lee was up on stage in astronaut shoes. She said, you got to go. But I'm not saying kick people out of your life like that. I'm saying maybe you don't answer the phone 4 times a day when she's calling to complain. Or maybe you set a boundary when your dad says something totally psychotic to you over and over, and every time it happens, it shifts your energy. You go into a negative place. You can't work your business. You can't even talk to people properly. You can't prospect. You can't even get out of your headspace. And you say it again, you're not talking to me anymore. Like, set those boundaries and control the people who are around you if you want to have a strong mindset. Don't let people control these 6 inches between your ears. You can control this. Get around good people. Quite frankly, look to your left and look to your right. Congrats, you're around good people. You are. And if you're like, nope, I can feel myself, the person next to me says they're spiritual, but it's feeling like a demon. Next time we do a seat move, you just run the next area. I'm kidding, but you have to preserve that. You can always feel when somebody's off. Don't try to be the fixer. They need to fix themselves sometimes. Right? They do. If everything is victim, 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 why me, why me, why me, why me? There's a reason why me sounds like whiny. You're a whiner. You're bringing people down. So find the people who build you up. And I'm not saying it's unacceptable to have bad days or bad moments or whatever. Give yourself the 5 minutes to freak out. Freak out. And then go right back into your routine. That's why the DMOs we talked about yesterday are so important, because they control your mindset. They allow you to have a structured day. They allow you to have a structured business. It allows you to jump right back into everything you want to do. And then, quite frankly, lead with love. Mindset is so much easier when it comes from a place of love and gratitude. And when you operate a business from love and from gratitude, do not be shocked when people come flying at you in droves. So, are you starting to understand why mindset might be one of the most important things for our business? No one really wants to be around somebody who complains all the time, so let's be the opposite of that. Let's be the positive people. Let's be the people who encourage and entertain and make people happy at all times when possible. Can we do that?